skin tight. When you walk out, they will invite. You're a queen and you know this, and everybody else notice. Give them a queen walk, give them a queen pose, give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah. Give them a queen walk, give them a queen pose, give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah. Give them. I said give them. Give them. You're a queen and you know this. Give them. I said give them. Give them. You're a queen and you know this. 'Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, they will invite. You're a queen and you know this, and everybody else notice. 'Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, they will invite. You're a queen and you know this, and everybody else notice. Give them a queen walk, give them a queen pose, give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah. Give them a queen walk, give them a queen pose, give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah. Yeah. Give them a queen wine.
Greetings and salutations on and all.
Give them a queen pose.
Welcome to Night Shift DJ and Stew.
No dog thing, hot yellow road and it's no boating. Take a snap for the gram, double tap.
It's Healthy Love Night.
Yeah.
I want to say big ups to all my queens.
Same can't find another. Pretty girl where you stand, wind up your waist and shake your bam, bam. 'Cause your heart clean and skin tight. When you walk out,
Greetings to those who are locked in from near, those from far.
everybody else.
Those on tuning radio on the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Steele.
And your skin tight. When you walk out,
Welcome.
you're a queen and you know this, and everybody else notice.
Those hailing from across the pond,
Give them a queen,
over there in the UK.
give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah.
Wanna ham on the radio, top of the morning to you guys over there in the UK. King Genius,
Queen wine.
Queen Genius.
You a boss anytime, yeah.
Much love.
You're a queen any day. Hot girl a bubble anytime, anywhere, yeah. If them a chat to your back, you a hot girl in a need fight back, yeah. 'Cause you're pretty and you're clean. Bubble your bubble 'cause your hips.
Big ups to the massive locked in out of New York.
Pretty girl where you stand, wind up your waist.
Exhibiting the power of music on island worldwide.
You're clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, they will invite. You're a queen and you know this, and everybody else.
Big ups to China and Nicole.
'Cause your heart clean and your skin
Much love to Gary and the Jump Out production crew.
right. You're a queen and you know this, and everybody else notice. Give them a queen walk, give them a queen pose,
Those who are locked in out of New Jersey.
give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime.
NIE Radio.
Give them a queen
With my brother from another mother, the motivator.
pose, give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah.
Also mix102.com.
I said give them,
With their sister station in Jamaica,
give them.
Earth 96 FM.
And you know this. Give them,
Big up Symbol.
I said
Much respect.
give them. You're a queen and you know this. 'Cause your heart clean.
Big ups to the Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com.
Invite,
And the veteran in the business, Mr. Lindsay.
and everybody else notice. 'Cause your heart clean.
Big ups to you, sir.
When you walk out, they will invite. You're a queen and you know this, and everybody
Massive locked in the stew pot.
walk. Give them a queen.
Zeno FM.
Give them.
Bubbling.
You a boss anytime, yeah. Give them a queen walk, give them a queen pose, give them a queen wine.
Big ups to those who are locked in on YouTube Live.
Hot yellow road and it's no boasting. Take a snap for the gram, double tap that 'cause you
Magical Merle.
skin smooth like butter. Him a pray down my phone say,
Darling Nikki.
pretty girl where you stand, wind up your waist and shake your bam.
Good evening to you.
'Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk out,
Those at the home of the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Stew, kevinstew.com.
and everybody else notice. 'Cause your heart clean and your skin tight.
We are encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment. I want to say big ups and good evening to you.
And everybody else notice. Give them a queen walk, give them a queen pose, give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime.
tune by Miss Desire in the background. It's called Queen.
You are boss anytime, yeah. You're queen any day. Hot girl or bubble anytime, anywhere, yeah. If them a chat to your back, you a hot girl in a need fight back, yeah. Cause you're pretty and you're clean. Bubble your bubble cause your hips them sweet, yeah. Pretty girl where you stand. Wind up your waist and shake your bam, bam. Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, you are invite. You're queen and you know this. And everybody else notice.
So before we get into things tonight, in this Healthy Love edition of the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Steele, I want to say thank you to my segment sponsors.
Give him a queen walk. Give him a queen pose. Give him a queen wine.
At the beginning of it all,
You a boss anytime, yeah.
I want to say thank you to Nami Walks.
Give him a queen pose. Give him a queen.
Nami Walks is coming up on October 4,
Give them.
the annual fundraiser courtesy of the National Alliance on Mental Illness
Give them.
Broad County chapter.
Give them.
It happens on October 4,
Queen and you know.
8 a.m.
Cause you
at Nova Southeastern University.
when you walk out, you are invite.
This is down in Davie, Florida.
Notice. And everybody else notice. Cause your
I
heart
expect to see you all by 7:30.
walk out, you are invite.
Yeah, man.
And you know this. And everybody else
I go in be there too.
know this a no joke thing. Hot girl road and this no boasting.
Thank you, Nami Walks.
Double tap that cause you want get a slam, yeah. Skin
Want to say big up to Althea and her Healing Heavenly Hands.
same can't find another.
Althea is used a licensed massage therapist operating out of Broad County, North Miami-Dade and South Palm Beach counties.
Cause your heart clean and your skin tight.
She comes to you,
You are invite. That queen and you know.
bringing her table, her oils, and her over 20 years massage therapy experience.
When you walk out, you are invite. You're queen and you know this. And everybody else notice.
So if you're in North Miami-Dade,
Give them a
South Palm Beach counties, and Broad County,
you a boss.
give her a call, schedule an appointment today.
Walk.
If you're gonna have an event in any of these places,
Give them a queen wine.
and you think it would be a great idea if a massage therapist could roll through,
Hot girl.
give her a call.
Anywhere.
954-655-9000.
You a hot girl in a need fight back.
She has one request outside of paying her.
Clean. Bubble.
Is that you get off her table and go sleep somewhere else.
Pretty girl where you stand. Wind up your waist.
It's called a Kevin Stew clause.
Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, you are invite. That queen and you know this.
And of course, it's got that name for a very good reason.
Your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, you are invite. Your queen
I want to say thank you to the Global Base.
and everybody else notice. Give
Global Base, home of Global Digital.
them a queen pose. Give them a queen walk.
Global Digital navigates your journey across music, event marketing, and a whole lot more.
Give them a queen pose.
It's a realm where social spheres awaken through their mastery.
You are boss.
So go ahead and embrace the invitation to liberate your creativity unbounded and free.
Give them.
Just like their consultation. Free.
Your queen and you know this. Give them. I said give them.
The Global Base is your catalyst for everything related to music production, radio, and event promotions.
Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk
Visit them online,
invite.
daglobalbase.com.
Everybody else notice. Cause your heart clean and your skin tight.
Tell them you heard about them on the Night Shift to DJ Kevin Steele.
You're queen and you know this. And everybody else notice. Give them a queen walk. Give them
I want to say thank you to McNeil Trucking.
give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah. Give them a queen.
McNeil Trucking is veteran owned, licensed and insured.
This no
They're movers in the state of Florida.
take a snap for the gram. Double tap that cause you want get a slam, yeah.
So if you live in the Keys
Like butter,
and you want to move up to Jacksonville,
find another.
or you're over in Naples, want to move to Palm Beach, from Pompano to Pensacola,
Cause your heart clean and your skin tight.
you want to put some things in storage, you want to move some things around the corner, you don't have the manpower, you don't have the transportation,
Else notice. Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you
don't worry, you have the name, you have the number.
are queen and you know.
McNeil Trucking,
And everybody else knows.
954-406-9740.
Give them a queen pose. Give them a queen wine.
If you want to move out to the state or into the state,
Give them a queen walk.
talk to them about that too.
Give them a queen pose.
Just tell them say Kevin Stew sent you, yeah? McNeil Trucking, 954-406-9740. Thank you, McNeil Trucking. Artist by the name is Desire. The track is called Queen. Inviting you to call a friend, tell a friend, friends of your friends, friends of your enemies, enemies of your friends, and your enemies too. Call somebody, anybody, everybody, especially if it's a queen that you know.
And everybody else notice. Give him a queen walk.
Tell them it's the night shift to DJ Kevin Stew.
Give him a queen.
And it's Healthy Love Night.
You a boss anytime, yeah. Give him a queen walk. Give him a queen pose. Give him a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah.
And tonight,
I said give it.
we're going to be talking about PCOS. You know what that is?
You're a queen and you know this. Give them. I said
And everybody know about it, you know.
give them. You're a queen.
It's the acronym for Polycystic Ovary Syndrome.
When you walk out, they will invite. You're a queen and you know this. And everybody else notice. Cause you're hot clean.
And I'm going to have someone that is no stranger to this broadcast.
And everybody else notice. Give them a queen walk.
I just love whenever she's around.
Pose. Give them a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah. Give them a queen walk.
I'm just waiting for her to show up.
Give them a queen wine. You a boss.
Because you're a boss every time, you know it going on, ladies.
Get a
You're queens.
thing. Take a snap for the gram. Double tap that cause you want get a slam, yeah. Skin smooth like
If anybody tell you otherwise,
can't find an
tell them come talk to me.
pretty girl where you stand. Wind up your waist and shake your bam, bam. Cause your heart clean and your skin tight. When you walk out
773-789-STEW is the number to get you in touch.
and everybody else
773-789-7839. You can call, you can text, you can WhatsApp, you can Telegram.
invite. You're a queen and you know this. And everybody else notice. Give him a queen walk. Give him a queen pose. Give him a queen wine.
And for the duration of the broadcast,
Give him a queen walk. Give him a
the line will be open.
give him a queen wine.
So don't be afraid to use it up, yeah?
You're a queen any day. Hot girl a bubble anytime anywhere, yeah. If them a chat to your back, you a hot girl in a need fight back. Cause you're pretty and you're clean. Bubble your bubble cause your hips them sweet, yeah. Pretty girl where you stand. Wind up your waist and shake your bam, bam. Cause you're clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, they will invite.
So I have showing up looking as gorgeous as ever.
Cause you're hot clean and your skin tight. When you walk out, they will invite. You're a queen and you know this. And everybody
Yeah, wait till you see her.
give him a queen walk. Give him a queen pose.
You all know her.
A queen wine. You
Some of you love her, some of you like her.
give him a queen walk. Give him a queen.
Oh, but before I bring her on, there's a little bit more housekeeping that I need to take care of. One of the things being the audiobook that's available to everyone. I kind of forgot about that one. Let me go ahead and pop that up here. Yeah, Empowered.
And your skin tight. When you
Essential concepts and strategies every woman should know about self-defense.
and everybody else notice.
The book is available in hardcover. It's also available in audiobook.
You're a queen and you know this. And everybody else knows.
Visit kevinstew.com.
No, this a no joke thing. Hot girl road and it's
Order your copy today. Get one for somebody else.
gram. Double tap that cause you want get a snap.
I learned a lot as I narrated this audiobook.
No, my phone say him can't find another.
You won't be robbed of any knowledge.
Your waist and shake your bam, bam.
You won't be robbed of any information. In fact,
Skin tight.
you'll probably be doing yourself a disservice if you don't get it.
You're a queen and you know this.
Empowered.
Everybody else
Essential concepts and strategies every woman should know about self-defense. Get your copy today.
right. You're a queen and you know this. And everybody else notice. Give him a queen walk. Give him a queen pose. Give him a queen wine. You a boss anytime, yeah. Give him a queen.
All right.
Give them a queen,
Your Highness, you ready?
my queen wine. You are boss anytime, yeah. You're queen any day.
Let me shake your head on that. Lady. Ladies and gentlemen.
Cause you're pretty and you're clean. Bubble your
I'm not even going to share the screen today. I'm just going to put her on because it's all about.
How is that even fair?
What do you mean? It's all about you, lady. It's all about
Oh
you.
my lord.
There she is, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ramona, the Vagina Lady Riley, live and in living color in all her splendor, pretending to be shy and all.
How are you, my darling?
I am well, I am well, I am well. How are you?
I am good. I am good. No complaints. Summer is over, so that's the only complaint. Early mornings again. Or earlier mornings.
Earlier. Because you get up
Yes.
early morning anyway.
Yes. Yes.
And how is mom doing?
She's hanging in there. I mean, from a health standpoint, she is fine in terms of her organs and that type of thing, you know. So it's really just the mind, the memory, that thing. So just trying to give her the little things that we can so that we can slow it down. But
Right.
you know how that disease goes.
Yep. So, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who don't know her, this is Ramona Riley. And some of you might be new to Ramona, so I'll have her give you a quick overview of who she is and what she does. If you'd be so kind, Ramona.
Okay, yes. So I am Ramona Riley, aka the Vagina Lady, and I own a business called Cosmic Woman. Now, in this business, what I do is I create treatment plans and I make products to heal and balance the hormones. I also work with women when it comes to birthing. And I'm also a sexologist. So everything to do with the reproductive system, I specialize in. And of course, I use natural methods to do that. So that's why I'm here today or tonight. Discuss one of those things.
And nobody does it better. Nobody does it quite like you. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
And you know, she pretends to be shy. Or she tries to be shy.
Oh, Lord.
All epic failures on her part.
Man.
Now, PCOS. Let's jump right into this. Polycystic ovary syndrome. A lot of us have heard about it. Many of us don't really know what it is. How would you describe PCOS to an individual who just doesn't know?
So what I would say is, well, first of all, PCOS starts in the gut, like many other diseases out there. But PCOS comes in different forms and different fashions. So you can have a woman who suffers from PCOS that bleeds and will not stop bleeding. So her period lasts a long time, a month, 2 months, 3 months. And then you'll have another woman that suffers with PCOS and she doesn't get a period at all, right? Usually ovulation is an issue for both. But what PCOS really is that it's the estrogen level that's really too high. And then for those women that aren't getting a period, their testosterone level is also too high. So you'll find these women having like hair on their chin, hair on their chest, just hair in manly places. And this is due to the testosterone. Or maybe it would just end up being where she's not ovulating because of the higher testosterone in her body compared to what a woman should have at that age.
Hold on for me, please, Ramona. I know there's this funny sound that is back with the audio. Now, funny enough, I'll say this, and I'll say it to my listeners, I'll say it to everybody. This wasn't here earlier. It wasn't here. The sound that you're hearing now, it wasn't here earlier. It wasn't here yesterday. It wasn't here on the weekend. And I'm confused because I ran a test, and this wasn't a part of the problems of that test. So I'm gonna try a little thing here. All right, I don't know if this will work. I hope it does. Okay. Talk for me, please, Ramona.
Polycystic ovarian syndrome.
That's perfect.
1 in every 8 women suffer from PCOS. And it goes undetected because women aren't necessarily going to check it out, especially if they're not getting a period. Many women are happy to not have a period.
Right.
But it is just as common, if not more common, than fibroids.
Really?
PCOS. Yes. Because PCOS you will find in all different, not just age groups, but also in terms of culture. You know, where fibroids, you don't really find a lot of Caucasians that have fibroids, you know. Fibroids is usually more about a black woman's disease, they would say. But PCOS, just like an endometriosis, they both have no qualms to go from one culture to another. So you could be Chinese, you could be black, you could be white, you could be Spanish, you could be mixed with everything. PCOS definitely could be your reality versus like a fibroids, as I was saying.
I would think that fibroids was the common thing. Fibroids would be the thing that everybody has. I am today old, learning that it's more PCOS is the common one.
So what happened is we as a society are going to think that fibroids is more prevalent. And the reason why is because we've been hearing about fibroids for 10 years and 15 years and 20 years and 30 years. It's the oldest one we've really been hearing about. It is just now in the past 15 years where we're hearing about PCOS, we're hearing about endometriosis, we're hearing about pelvic inflammatory disease. We're just really talking about these things now. And now, as we talk about it, we're realizing that it's actually, fibroids is actually the least prevalent out of all of them. But they all stem from the same thing, high estrogen. But it's our foods. We know this. We know this.
Which is why
Our foods don't help.
Which is why it starts in the gut.
Which is why it starts in the gut. Everything starts in the gut, and then it spills over into everything else, everywhere else. So if we're talking about estrogen and your estrogen level being high, why would we then eat foods that contain estrogen? We would want to refrain from eating foods that have estrogen. We would want to refrain from using lotions and soaps and makeup and all these different things that contain estrogen / soy.
When you talk about
These things
foods,
are high estrogen.
when you talk about foods high in estrogen, the only thing, the thing that comes to mind the most for me is soy.
Yeah. So soy is high estrogen. Anything from the cow, for the most part.
And that is
Right.
from the way that they raise cows.
That's going to be from the way that they raise them, they feed them, that type of thing. But cows also create dairy. And dairy in itself would not be good for someone that has PCOS. Remember, it's called polycystic ovarian syndrome. So it's actually, for some women who have PCOS, it's actually cysts. It's actually little cysts that are around her ovaries. Maybe it's around only one ovaries. Maybe she only has 4 around that ovary. Maybe she has 25 around that one ovary. Then she has another ovary. What's going on over there? It doesn't necessarily mean what's going on. One is going on the other one, right? And what there are these little cysts around there. What are the cysts filled with? What are cysts usually filled with? They're usually filled with pus and mucus and those types of things, right? So if our body is producing cysts by our ovaries, that means that our body is producing too much mucus in general.
Okay.
And dairy produces mucus.
Right.
So when I say the cow, I just mean in general. You could feed the cow the best things in the world. When it comes to the dairy aspect of the cow, if you have PCOS, it's just not your friend.
How long does it take? How long does it take for an individual to start showing symptoms of PCOS before it is considered to be need of urgent care?
I think it just depends on the situation. As I said, like for some women who have PCOS, they just bleed and bleed. And those are the ones that you will find that they go to the doctor more often, right? Because of course they're constantly bleeding. They need something to stop. They're getting, the Depo-Provera shot to stop the bleeding. They're on a different type of hormone, birth control type of situation to stop the bleeding. So those are ones that would seem like it's more chronic, right? Because they're constantly having to seek help. But I mean, even the ones that aren't having a period, I mean, it's devastating to a lot of them every month when they're trying to get pregnant and they don't even have a period. How are you going to get pregnant? You don't even have a period, much less to ovulate. But from a food aspect, we just want to be, if you're suffering from PCOS, you just want to be gentle with your digestive system. You know what I mean? You just want to be like nurturing, give it care, give it love, just really love on your digestive system. So don't eat the foods that are harder to digest and take a longer time to digest, because then it's going to slow down everything. Your digestive system slows down, then your reproductive system slows down, then your immune system slows down. They're all connected.
I recently learned, because in my post that I created for tonight's broadcast, I mentioned a condition that can cause heart disease and diabetes, type 2 diabetes. when I read that initially, I had to pause and look again at the subject of what I'm reading about. I would have not thunk it that PCOS, something relating to the ovaries, can, if not properly treated, lead to heart disease. It can lead to diabetes. It can lead to there was something else that I had seen that it could potentially lead
You
to.
know why? It's the liver.
The liver.
It's the liver. It's the liver. So the liver is holding all the excess everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The liver is the filter, right? So it's holding the excess estrogen that the body would be creating or not creating. It is stopping or making or overproducing insulin because the liver is so shocked. The liver is very affected when it comes to the PCOS. And so if the liver is going to be affected, then diabetes is something that is a possibility. It just goes with it. If we're talking about insulin, right? So again, this is why being gentle with the digestive system, detoxing, these things are important, right? Every time when a woman comes to me, we're talking about PCOS. So every time a woman comes to me and she says, she has PCOS, she doesn't know what to do. What does she do? The first thing, no matter what, I don't care what your blood type is. I don't care how tall you are, how fat you are, if you get a period every month, if you don't get a period every month. The first thing I want to say to you is we got to detox. We got to detox you. We got to clean you. We've got to remove the waste, the toxins, the buildup, the excess estrogen, the excess testosterone, clean the blood.
Right.
Stimulate your nervous system, but then relax it in a way. And then of course, when we're cleansing or when we're detoxing, we also want to make sure that we're not removing the good bacteria from the gut. Because it's not everything in the gut that's bad, right? There's some things in the gut that's good, like the good bacteria. And so we want to detox and keep that. But if we're going to heal PCOS, which yes, can you heal PCOS? Of course you can. If you're going to heal PCOS, detoxing is half the journey. Because it also helps to balance the hormones. You're removing all that excess hormones. It's doing half the dirty work for you.
Now, I want to kind of go off on a slight tangent because you mentioned it. Detoxing. We started a little journey on detoxing, and we have a little bit more to go with that. When you talk about detoxing, are you talking about just changing our diet, what we're putting in our bodies, or are you talking about something more? We had talked a little bit about a vaginal detox, and I gave an idea of what that looks like. When you say detoxing, where is it that we need to be setting our minds? What needs to be the mindset when it comes to the female detox as it relates to PCOS?
Okay, so the detox would be internally and topically, for sure. So in terms of diet, of course, that's something that would have to change. But what we want to do is we want to also detox using foods. So if we're making smoothies, if if we're doing things like water, I don't want to say water fasting because that's not for everyone. But drinking more liquids instead of as many solids throughout the day. So replacing a solid meal for a liquid meal, maybe a smoothie, maybe a juice, maybe a shake, maybe something like that, maybe a soup, but something liquid where it's easy to digest. The digestive system doesn't really have to do anything.
Right.
And then, of course, what you're using to make these things. You know, now for me, foods is one thing, and it's great, and food can definitely be your medicine, and it should be your medicine.
Right.
What I find, though, is that I don't know if that's very realistic for the majority of people, and especially when they're starting off a journey like this. I mean, these are the majority of people that would usually suffer from a PCOS. They're used to eating the foods that they want to eat, that they like to eat, that they crave. Right? And because of the deficiencies, like not enough magnesium in the body, not enough vitamin D3 and these types of deficiencies, they're going to have certain cravings. And these cravings are going to, of course, not be healthy for the body. Right? I mean, that's just a given. So eating and changing the diet is a journey. So to detox with just that, I think is a little unfair. It's going to take a longer time. It's harder to have that, to keep up and continue that motivation to do that. So for my clients, I actually create tonics that detox and cleanse all the systems in the body, including nervous system, circulatory system, digestive system, all the systems. And I put them on that. Once I put them on that, that definitely does half the work for me. Now, I would also recommend something like probiotics. Probiotics is going to be great. It's going to be great to put that good bacteria. You can never have too much good bacteria in your body. So I would recommend a probiotics. I would say at least 50 billion cultures, I would say, for an adult, right? Less than 50 billion makes no sense whatsoever. It's like, that's what you'd give a child. You know, like 10 billion, you'd give like a 3-year-old, 4-year-old. So to give a 30-something, 40-something, 50-something-year-old 5, 10, 20, or 30 billion cultures would not be enough. Billion cultures would not be enough. But like, for example, let me show you. So...
Yeah.
No, go ahead.
I was about to ask you, when you talk about 5 million, 20 million cultures, quantize that for us. You know, like give us teaspoon, tablespoon, cups.
No, so there's no, okay, so there's not really, I can't really do it in that manner, but okay, so usually we will find if you go, let's say you go to Amazon or you go into the pharmacy or something, they will have probiotics that start from in the millions.
Okay.
Right? And that is a very low dosage. So that would be like a 1 teaspoon. Right? Whereas you really need 3 ounces.
Okay.
So that buckle or that is not going to last you any time, and you're going to have to be taking and taking and taking. So instead of taking 1 capsule, you're taking 9 capsules.
Can you overdose on this?
So I believe so. I mean, I think you can overdose on almost anything. So I would say that I don't think that anyone needs to go, unless you are sick, unless you have an immune issue. I don't think anyone needs to go over 100 billion cultures.
You
if
said
we're
100
talking
million.
100 billion.
With a B.
With a B. There's no point in buying any probiotics that's 1 million cultures. Not even for your baby, not even for your infant. That makes no sense. Waste of money. Yeah.
Okay. So something else
But
I
what I
learned
was,
today.
since we're talking about the detoxing aspect, what I want everyone to understand when it comes to PCOS is that we have to detox. We have to remove the waste. We have to remove the whatever environmental toxins that could be in the body. We want to remove the excess, whatever estrogen it is, and all of those other things, right? It is then when we detox and then we put in the good stuff, right? The things that's going to help balance the hormones, the things that's going to make the gut healthy, the things that are going to, the body can actually absorb it now because it's clean. So it can absorb it. If we just throw these things at the body without detoxing it and cleaning it and wiping it down, then the body doesn't really absorb the good stuff. And then it's like a waste of time. It's a waste of money. It's a waste of everything because it's harder to change that environment when it's not clean.
Right, right.
So to get to the root cause, to get down to the nitty-gritty, we want to clean first. Always, no matter what disease you have, it could be cancer, it could be anything. You want to cleanse first. Cleansing is the most important. Cleansing in a healthy way, of course. So there's the cleanse where we'll do internally for a woman that would suffer from PCOS. And for my clients, I'll show you. So like this one, and this is men or women, but of course we're talking about PCOS. So this one is called detox cleanse, right? This is all about the digestive system, right? This you take at night, depending on your weight and that type of thing. I would recommend if you take 1 ounce versus if you take 2 ounces versus whatever. But usually it's anywhere between 1 ounce to 2 ounces every night. You take this at night. You do not eat after you take it. When you wake up in the morning, you're going to want to probably go to the bathroom if you don't usually wake up in the morning to go to the bathroom. And of course, I'm talking about number 2. No, it does not wake you up to go to the bathroom and your belly hurts and you turn and you twist and you sit down on the toilet for 3,000 hours. It's not like that. So it does not push you to go, but when you go, it helps to release. Okay. Then there's Supreme Body. Supreme Body is the one that you take in the morning. And this one cleans the blood. This one stimulates the circulatory system. This one stimulates the nervous system. This one detoxes the reproductive system. It also flushes and cleanses the lymphatic system. So for example, someone suffering with PCOS who would have more mucus in her body than she should, she will find that when she takes this, she might find mucus coming out in her poop. Okay? Because we are flushing out all mucus from the body. So this will be taken in the morning, and then this is kind of like an energy booster as well, which is why we take it in the morning, because if you take it at night, you will not sleep.
Right.
So using both of them, it's a really great cleansing way to start the cleansing situation. But from there, we still have to focus on the liver, because the liver is the issue, right? The liver is the biggest issue. So I would usually recommend Liver, which is a tonic that I sell as well, or make as well, right? And the Liver, it strengthens, it supports, and then it also detoxifies the liver in whichever way that it needs, right? That is the great way to be able to start the process. Like, of course, for me, like, I prefer my clients to do a consultation, because a consultation allows me to be able to have a better understanding of not only your reproductive history, but everything else. I mean, what you could be allergic to. What your blood type is, like these types of things that make a difference. Some people do consultations, some don't. What I can say is, no matter if you do a consultation or you don't, if you have PCOS, those are 3 products that you're going to want to use if we're talking about ridding your body of it, right? From a cleansing and hormonal balance standpoint, right? Now, remember I was telling you that there are women that they won't see their period. They won't, like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Maybe they see their period once a month, once a year, right? Yes, of course, they also need to cleanse first. They need to cleanse. But there is a tea, a tea blend, I should say, called Hello Period, right? That I make, right? Hello Period, right? And Hello Period is something that you would take, and let's say after 2 days, let's say after 4 days, let's say after 5 days. It all depends. It depends on the woman. I cannot tell you how long it will be until it happens. But this gently helps to trigger the period to come down in a healthy way. For me, I do not believe that we should try to manipulate a period, okay? I don't think that is a good thing. But if you have not had a period for 3 and 4 and 5 and 8 and 10 months, that is extremely unhealthy in itself as well. The uterine lining is going to be way, way, way too thick. And so releasing it in a natural way, I think is more important. So the Hello Period is something that would help that type of situation. Again, PCOS is hormonal. So we want to look at not just the detoxing internally from the estrogen and the whatever, but we want to look at detoxing topically, right? So looking at our lotions and our creams and our soaps and making sure, and shampoos, and making sure that they do not contain estrogen, making sure that they do not contain soy, castor oil. I think the majority of people have heard about castor oil.
Yes.
Do they know how amazing castor oil is? Castor oil is amazing for many different things. It's a super plant, just like how you'd have the coconut oil. It's a super plant, but from 2 different aspects, right? So castor oil breaks things down. It breaks down lumps and bumps and all these different things. And so if you would have something like mucus developing or cysts or something like that, or even fibroids, doing a castor oil treatment, which is now a detox topical treatment, because we're detoxing internally, but we also want to detox topically, because the skin is the largest organ. We can't forget about the skin, right? And so the castor oil treatment, which would be cold pressed, organic, virgin castor oil, not black Jamaican castor oil, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we want the virgin cold pressed one, the one that looks very light yellow, right? We would use that. You would saturate your abdomen with it. You would fill your belly button up with it. Of course, before you do that, make sure your belly button is clean, your stomach is clean, this type of thing. But you would saturate your abdomen with the castor oil. You would then fill your belly button up with the castor oil. You would use a cotton flannel cloth, non-bleached. That's something that I can give you information about, and you can always talk about that. But you would use this special cloth over the oil on your stomach, and then you put a heating pad on it. And as simple as it sounds, and as cheap as it is, this type of treatment detoxes your digestive system, lymphatic system, circulatory system, reproductive system. So if you suffer from PCOS, castor oil treatment should be your best friend. You should be doing them every day, every other day.
But Mona, that sound like a treatment that everybody can use and probably should use.
Yes, I do it very regular. I do it to my children regular. I don't have PCOS. I don't have any kind of illness in that kind of way at all. But I do it for the health and maintenance. I also do it because as much as I eat well and I do certain things and I exercise and I take care of my body, there's certain things I indulge in. Certain things I indulge in. One being like wine. I love wine. I love single malt. Like I love those things. And so I detox my liver a lot. I have to make sure that my liver is good. So I do castor oil treatments maybe like 3 times a week. And as I said, and I don't have a condition, much less someone that would. A heating pad is something that you definitely want to use. It speeds it up. It opens up the pores so that the castor oil can saturate and go down into the pores quicker. Right, so a heating pad is something that you're going to want to use for this treatment. If you have any issue, even if you just have painful periods, even if you have diabetes, even if castor oil treatments are fantastic. It's easy, it's cheap, it's relaxing. When you finish, you feel good. I just do it before bed. I find that it's easy. You know, you don't have to get up and clean up or anything. You just do it in the bed and do it for an hour and a half. Take the heating pad off, fall asleep with the heating pad on, just turn it down on low so you don't burn off your skin.
Right.
But it's that easy, cheap way to get healing done, to get some detoxing done. You know, it's a great topical detox for sure.
So I know we're primarily focusing on women in childbearing ages because those are the ones that would be most affected by PCOS. But something like this detox is not just for women, clearly. And it's not just for women in childbearing ages. So,
correct.
So, again, we gonna veer off a little bit. For the woman at age 50 plus, when she listens to a broadcast like this and then goes, "Oh, they're talking about PCOS. That doesn't affect me," or "That's not for me." What do you say to a woman in that age range?
So PCOS or fibroids or getting pregnant or any of those things are probably not an issue for her. But what might be an issue for her is like her cortisol level might be high. Weight gain might be more than she wants it to be. Maybe she gets bloated ever so often. Maybe she has brain fog. Maybe there's so many other things that happen hormonally that have nothing to necessarily do with bleeding. And so that's why it's so funny how women think, you know, when they're going through menopause and now they're no longer bleeding, but why are they having all these symptoms? Because hormonally, things are still keeping. You know, it's just that when it comes to your uterus itself shedding the blood, that part has ceased, right? But everything else is still going on. And of course, you're not ovulating either, right? But she would want to detox. She would want to, even from a sleep standpoint, that is what I find a lot of older women complain about, that they're not sleeping well and they don't sleep through the night, or they have acid reflux, or there's something, and usually, again, it's usually from a digestive standpoint. But if it's sleep, it could be deficiencies, right? The older you get, you're going to probably have more deficiencies than you did at 30, unless you're putting these things in your body. If you're going out of your way to put vitamin C in your body, vitamin D, vitamin K2, minerals, iron. If you're not putting these things in your body, then you're going to be deficient, and your body is going to show that. Maybe that you're always tired, maybe that you have brain fog, whatever the case may be.
Right. So it helps. Go ahead, get the cold pressed castor oil, get the heating pad ready, get the What kind of cloth
Get
is
it
it?
done. It's going to be a cotton flannel cloth. You can get it online. You can get it on Amazon, cotton flannel, but you want to make sure it's non-bleached.
Right.
Okay,
That
that's
is
very important.
very important.
Non-bleached.
What happens when you use a
Yeah.
bleached one?
So bleach again, I mean, remember you're opening your pores, to get the castor oil in your skin to then detox internally,
Right.
from externally. So if bleach is on the cloth, I mean, the bleach is gonna go like in your skin. It's the same reason why we're not supposed to use certain pads and tampons because they're made with bleach. Why is
Right.
bleach in your pad and your tampon? Like that can't be healthy.
Isn't it there to make sure that it's clean?
There are many other ways that you can make sure it's clean. You can use ion strips. You can use graphene. You can use many other things to clean the area, clean bacteria. You don't have to use bleach. Bleach is the cheaper way and the most toxic.
Mm.
And it makes you bleed more, so you have to use it more, so you have to buy more.
So the money you save from not buying as much, it kind of balances out. So you spend a little bit more on the front end, but you save a little bit more on the back end.
You save a lot more in the back end because then you don't end up with reproductive issues that you have to then deal with on top of that. So you don't have to deal with it's not just about buying more pads, but no, you have to go to the doctor more often. You have to get antibiotics more often. You have to be on birth control more often. Like it's just a domino effect of nonsense or unnecessary nonsense,
Is there, would you say there is more of a prevalence of PCOS in the Caribbean versus in North America? Or
No.
is it no geographical?
It's plentiful. It's plentiful everywhere.
Okay, so there's nothing geographically that affects this.
No. Or cultural. No.
Okay, but it's definitely hormone, definitely estrogen.
It's definitely estrogen, and for some, it's estrogen and testosterone.
Okay, so, and again, ladies and gentlemen, the phone lines are open, 773-789-STEW. If you have a question that you, a burning question that you just want to get on out of your system, you can use that. Those of you that are listening in from overseas, you can call, text, WhatsApp, Telegram. It gets just do it. Don't say you don't like how you sound on the phone or anything like that. If sending
no question is a dumb question.
That too. The dumbest question you can ask is the one that you don't ask.
That part.
And so go ahead, use up the phone line, 773-789-STEW. I just took it off the screen, 773-789-7839 for those that are listening on the affiliate platforms. If you have a question for Mona. And of course, if you are on kevinstew.com, StewPot is there. You can put your questions there. Those of you that are on YouTube Live, goes without saying, put your questions in the comment section. As Ramona fights with her camera. Play too much. So now we have to position all over again. So, did you just lose me? You're not hearing me? I saw you mouthing. I think, Mona, you hearing me? I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you though. Gotta love technology when it plays around like this. See, we're hearing her move stuff around and everything, and somehow she's not hearing us. And it's so funny because we can hear her and she's over there mouthing that she can't hear anything.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Oh, so all right. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Ramona.
I hear thing.
Okay, you're hearing again.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what happened.
I can't tell you either. That's what happens when you beat up on your stuff.
Where were we?
We were talking about, of course, detoxing. It's a big part of PCOS. Greetings, G Angel. Glad you could join us. Better late than never. The parent with the teenage, preteen daughter. What are some of the things that we should, because you mentioned some of the things that you do with your own children. What are some of the things that parents that have preteens and young teens, or just any teen at this point, what are some of the things that we should pay attention to? What are some of the habits that we should start developing to prevent PCOS? All night we've been talking about those that have PCOS. Let's talk a little bit about prevention.
So if we're talking prevention, I would definitely say foods for sure. So even if you're a household that only eats fish and seafood, making sure that those fish and seafood are wild caught and it's not farm raised, that would be huge because farm raised fish are going to contain more estrogen. Soy in itself, tofu, a lot of those things. If we're eating and giving our daughters these things at a young age, they will more likely develop maybe PCOS or some other disease that is a high estrogen condition. Again, our lotions, our shampoos, these types of things for your daughters, making sure that you're not using excess estrogen across the board. Now, what I would say is the period tells a story, okay? Periods are a great way to know what's going on. Many times I don't even need to look at your blood work. Your period tells me enough. Lets me know if your iron is low, let me know if your magnesium level is low, all these different types of things. So moms, I would say, be aware of your daughter's period. Have the conversation, allow yourself to be comfortable enough and she be comfortable enough for you to be able to look at it, if that be the case, okay? And especially it's easier when she's just started her period. To probably start doing that when she's had her period for 4 years might be a little weird to her, depending on your relationship. So starting this early out when she's just getting her period, talking to her about her period before she gets it, and really having a full understanding. Because the reality is, like, my generation, I'm 43 coming up, and we didn't really have a talk. My mom didn't talk to me. My dad didn't talk to me. They had like one class at school one day in high school. And, so having the conversation now so that she can even say, hey, mom, I didn't get my period for the past 2 months. Red flag. Something's going on, especially if she's used to doing that. Right. Now, what I say is when you're younger, sometimes when you have your period, it takes a little bit of time before it really kickstarts. So you might get in that 1 year that you started your period, you might get your period 3 times for the year or something like that, just because your whole body is just adjusting to it. That would not be PCOS. That would not be something that I would tell you to run and go to the OBGYN about, right? No, but continue like that for a year, 2 years, and you're realizing that it's not balancing out, then yes, I would recommend going for a transvaginal pelvic ultrasound, so that they can see what's going on, right? From there, if they don't see anything, then I would do a blood test, because PCOS, sometimes you don't see it because they don't have the cysts around the ovaries. Some have the cysts around the ovaries, some don't. So doing a blood test would be great for you to know what the estrogen level is like, testosterone level is like, that type of thing.
Right.
For your daughter or yourself.
Or your granddaughter, those who have grandchildren coming. And I ask that question because the parents tend to get left out of the mix when it comes to, and the grandparents, when it comes to nipping it in the bud, catching it early, or addressing it when it starts to manifest. So the older woman, the childbearing woman, the young woman, the bridging of the gaps as it relates to taking care of the inner woman is what I believe is missing a lot of the times in our conversations. And so, and for men, we are not in the conversation at all, which I also believe is a problem, because many of us, fathers, grandfathers, we have this bond with our daughters and granddaughters that is just beyond words. But then it comes to things like this, and we would be afraid to say something. We don't know what to say. We don't know how to say it. And it's all because we don't have the information. We don't have the knowledge. So, though my fathers out there, to my grandfathers out there of young women, take heed to some of these things. Pay attention to some of these symptoms. Understand that you can have this discussion, and it can come from it's coming from, not can, but it's coming from a place of concern. It's coming from a place of lots of love. Because, of course, we want to see the bloodline continue. We want the family to continue to grow. You know, and we want to reduce the dis-ease that comes along with some of these conditions. We need to be able to talk to our partners. We have childbearing partners, and I remember my boy's mother would have severe cramps, like forget the bed, let me sleep on the floor kind of cramps. I can't do anything. I can't walk straight, I can't talk straight, I can't, kind of cramps. And I was a helpless man. Nothing I could do short of put hot water in the hot water bottle. That was about it. I could do nothing else. I'm like, blah, blah. And have no clue as to the first direction to turn for, it's not immediate healing, but going down the line, how can we reduce this? And to think that is something as simple as changing a diet, doing a detox. as you talk about the diet and the estrogen and the things and the foods that contribute highly to estrogen content in the body, soy and soy products. Now, you have to acknowledge culture, you have to acknowledge religion a little bit in this, because Adventists, for example, have a lot of soy in their diet because they're doing the tofu this and the soy that, the soy burger and the tofu burger and the tofurkey and all of these things. So you have to take into consideration the role religion and culture plays in it. The discussion that needs to be had to change that mindset. Because now you're telling people, hey, all they can eat is fish. Because the other things that you don't eat, and then you have to probably go fishing yourself.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about like veggie burgers and meat replacements,
Yes.
not all of them contain soy, right? Some of them don't contain soy, and those would be the ones that you really would want to divulge in, right? So just reading your labels. So you can do veggie meats, you can do veggie chunks, you can do all of that, fake meat, mock meat. You can do all of that. Just make sure that those that you're having don't contain soy. Because again, we're not just talking about PCOS. We're talking about cancer too. I mean, who wants that? Cancer is high estrogen, right?
Right.
And what we also would find is that nowadays, a woman that is suffering with PCOS, which I have a few clients like this, not only does she have PCOS, but she also has fibroids. And then she also has endometriosis on top of it, right? So she has these 3 estrogen-driven conditions. 3 of them. Right? It's definitely foods for sure. It's definitely what we're putting on our body, what we're putting in our bodies. You know, so we want to think about that. But even from, you know, a standpoint like you were talking about, where, you know, maybe the fathers or the mothers talking to their daughters and that type of thing, or, you know, if it's even partners per se speaking to each other about this type of thing. Women in general, we were always taught to kind of not really talk about it.
Right.
So that is where, that was the beginning of the end right there. So have we come a long way right now? 100%. But if we are just coming along, if we're just kind of almost getting there, we can't expect the men to be there too. They're way behind us. They're not even experiencing these things. Of course, they're from a visual standpoint, from a, you know, living with you standpoint, you're going through it. But I just mean physically, not going through it. And some women don't talk to their partners, so that communication is an issue.
Right.
So it's the same thing like sex. I mean, a lot of women, they're having sex, but they're not being pleasured. They're not being pleased. Their partner has no idea what's going on. He's not asking, not telling. Everybody is just doing whatever. And it's the lack of communication. It's the same thing when it comes to a woman having hormonal issues and her partner not understanding. I'm a big believer that if you suffer from reproductive issues where it is affecting your lifestyle, your daily routine, you have a partner, your partner has to understand your disease. Has to. So if it's that the woman is going to the doctors to explain it, if it's that the psychiatrist is going to explain it, but there's got to be an understanding, or else it's going to make her disease worse.
The more you paint the picture is really and truly the uglier it looks, but at the same time it's the more hopeful that it looks, in that we can start having these discussions. It's never too late, as is the case of getting treatment and moving out of this dis-ease. When it comes to, somebody had asked me, and it just came back to me. It's a little bit slightly off the focal point of the PCOS, but it's still along the lines of. And this one is relating to the detoxing. The vaginal detoxing, what's it called? A basin,
yeah.
The
vaginal.
It's a bath. The bath. There was a question of hard plastic versus stainless steel in terms of use and kind of the better one to use, the easier one to use, the more sterile one to use.
Right.
You have any recommendations there?
Sure. Okay, so you can use either. No, stainless steel, for sure. It's easy to find. From a financial standpoint, it's easy. If you're gonna go for plastic, the plastic has to be BPA free.
Mm-hmm.
If it's not BPA free, then don't even bother. Do the stainless steel, but it's gonna have to be. No, if we're talking about doing like a vaginal steam, because a vaginal bath is gonna be different than a vaginal steam. So a vaginal bath will be almost like a sitz bath.
Yes.
Whereas a vaginal steam would be the water or any liquid is not touching the vagina in any way. It is the steam that is actually going up towards the vagina and up into the vagina.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's the difference.
Okay, so the steam, the container that you're using, the bath that you're using, the apparatus that you're using, that also comes hard plastic and stainless steel? Okay.
Yes. We just want to make sure the plastic is BPA free.
Gotcha. Okay.
And because you pay for it.
So the pricing is definitely different.
Yeah, just like that wild caught salmon and the farm raised one. You know it's wild caught. You pay for it.
Right. So for those of you that are wondering about that, and those of you that are planning to get your steam baths ready for that do it with me vaginal steam, vaginal detox broadcast that is in the works. Hint,
yes.
hint.
And it's for your period.
It is what?
It's good for your period, so we can do it for period month.
Isn't that like every month?
No. October is period month, like period awareness month.
Okay, so are you telling me that in October we're going to be doing our vaginal steams?
We can do a steam chat and talk about periods.
Okay, so ladies, get your if you haven't done so yet, go shopping for your. In fact, you might want to get in touch with Ramona so that y'all can coordinate when this is, because I'm always the last to know. I'm just going to get a call or a message one morning, and then
figure it out.
Then you will see Ramona show up. That's kind of how this goes.
Oh gosh.
So, how do people connect with you, Ramona? Because they need to know.
All right, so there are a few different ways. Okay, so there's social media is always a great way. So if it is IG, I am Cosmic Womb Man. So it's Cosmic Womb, WOMBMAN. A lot of information is there. I would also say you can check TikTok. TikTok is the platform is the newer platform out of all of them. But a lot of information is there too. Now, if you would like to WhatsApp me or call me, the number is 876, that's the area code, 406-2764. No matter where you are, delivery is available. So that's not an issue. You can also just text for a question about something. Feel free to text about that. If you text and you don't hear from me in 24 hours, please don't be in your feelings. I could be at a birth, but just send a message. Instagram also has like inbox and all of that. So send your messages there as well. That would be the best thing. Now, there is an email address, and I find that only Jamaican clients ever so often send an email about their situation and how I can help and that type of thing. And I guess usually I find that these women are usually the women that are a lot more private. And so they would prefer to send an email about it first before we verbally speak. If that's the case, then the email address is cosmicwoman@gmail.com. Through any one of those methods, you can definitely find me. And then again, you can always just Google the Vagina Lady. There you go.
Yeah, that's the one that I always remember right there. And in part, it's just because that's how we were introduced. I met Ramona, didn't know that she had an actual name, because I was introduced to her as the Vagina Lady. And my initial thought was, so don't all of you genetically have one of these? You know, isn't that how you're made? what makes you so special? But now I know.
And make them tight, right, and happy.
That's why we love her. There's a question. What if you are past period age? What if you're past period age relating to what, Nikki? The vaginal cleanse, the steam, the relating to what exactly? Because the detox works for all ages. We pretty much need it anyway. And it relates to, especially that detox with the cold press. Which oil is it? Castor oil. Castor oil. On the stomach, topically. Everybody needs to have that going on. Oh, what if you're past period age as it relates to the cleansing class in October? No, it's a class. It's a class now.
No, you're not. It doesn't matter if you're past period age. You can still do it. I think that whole cleansing, detoxing, stimulating, relaxing, whatever it is that it's doing for you, because it does all of, will be great for any woman, especially if you're still sexually active. I would definitely recommend it. I think it makes that playtime even more happy and nice and excitable.
So
Bobby, we're extremely well.
So you're saying this vaginal cleanse, this detox, this steam, it can be a form of foreplay?
It enhances the sexual pleasures.
Yeah, but you're saying that this can be a couple's event. You can do this whole cleansing as a part of foreplay as a couple's event.
No. I'm saying she would steam, and then after they would have their event.
Oh, okay, okay.
And they would both enjoy it more than usual.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So even women who are going through menopause or they have like painful sex or anything like that, I'll always recommend steaming because it really relaxes the area, but brings a lot of moisture to the area, but then it like plumps up the area. So layman's terms, it's like after she's steamed, it's like she has a pregnant vagina. Does that make sense?
Wait, my visuals just went out the door.
So a woman is pregnant usually, right? A man would usually say that sex with her is great when she's pregnant, right?
Yes.
Her vagina is more full, she's more wet, she's more warm, she's more gushy down there, all of that excitement. Men usually like that. After a steam, the steam creates that kind of situation.
Right.
So that's what I mean.
Hey, I don't see where anybody would complain about having a situation like that. And I don't see why anybody should complain about having a situation like that. So those who are already doing it, kudos to you. I hope that you are having the discussion with your children, your grandchildren, about the benefits of such things. Because, hey, if it works for you, it will work for them. Happy wife, happy life. Everybody get happy and
Healthy.
Definitely healthy. And it opens up the lines of communication. Now it's breaking down these barriers that we have in our relationships, and it's laying a new foundation. Yeah, the relationship is whatever it was at whatever point, but there's always a restart. You can always start over. You can always refresh. You can always reset. Let's go. Let's do it. And so, as we embark on the journey to better health, to longer life, to less dis-ease, we need to open up dialogue. We need to break down the stigmas that exist around some of these areas, and especially with things like the period and what goes along with it. One of the things that Mona talks about quite a bit is the less than a week period, and the 2 days or the 1 day if you can get around to it, and it's attainable, and
yep.
it helps in the long run. Nikki is saying she gone shopping online for my bath to get ready for October session with Ramona. So
she needs to send me a message so she does it properly and uses the right water and all of that.
Wait, okay. So there's a water that needs to be used?
Yeah, like she can use purified water, spring water. Either one of those are fine, but not purified water or distilled water. That's what you'd have to use.
Okay.
You can't if you're in the States, you can't use spring water. if you're in Jamaica, in the Caribbean, you can use spring water.
So spring water in the States is jump water, is not spring water. I don't get it.
It's not. It doesn't. It's not 100% spring water. It's mixed with all kind of other something. So we just leave it alone. So purified water, clean. Distilled water. I mean, there's nothing to it. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, it's just literally like liquid. But at least it is clean.
Gotcha.
We do know that.
Got you.
So yeah, so she'd want to use purified water or distilled water to steam. Definitely a stainless steel bowl or a plastic bowl / seat. Definitely recommend a kettle, electric kettle. It makes life a lot easier than putting it on the stove to boil it to this, that. That just takes away half of the relaxation right there.
Okay.
So, and that for sure, taking that into the bathroom with you, that could also be a thing as well.
And if you have a partner, you can get the partner to bring it.
Yeah, of course. Make them boil it and come and thing there for you, of course. So for me, with the steams, I make 2 different steams. I do a loose herb steam, which would look more like a tea kind of thing because it's loose herbs with all different types of herbs in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I also do an oil steam. And so it really just depends on what you prefer. I personally prefer the oil steam because I like the oily residue that's left vaginally. So I personally prefer that. But either one will do the trick. Either one will detox, will release whatever clots, whatever extra blood, moisturize the area, bring oxygen to the area and the vaginal cavity. So it's a win-win situation across the board.
Someone just messaged me saying distilled with yoni in it.
Yeah, distilled yoni. Okay. Yoni means sacred place. So a lot of people will say yoni for their vagina.
So I guess the yoni here is a product that is there a brand?
So there's not so yoni in itself just means like sacred place, and a sacred place can be like the vagina. So you will find that people will use the word yoni with different things. So there might be somebody that will call it a yoni steam versus a vaginal steam versus a V steam versus a. So for example, for me, I call mine a facial. It's a facial for your vagina. That's me personally, right? Mm-hmm. So it really just depends on what that is. And I guess it also depends on the different herbs that might be there because different companies are going to do different things. So for me, I will see them have like rose petals in some steams. I hate that. I think that will throw off your pH balance a lot. So you really want to make sure that the herbs that are in them are good. But steaming towards the end of your period every single month would be very, very good for your reproductive health, for sure.
And for those who are past the period years?
It would be good for reproductive health just in terms of vaginally being healthier, not necessarily girls-wise.
Okay, cool beans. Well, people, y'all know how to get in touch with with Mona. And she is expecting to hear from you, really. So go ahead and connect with her if you haven't done so yet. She is quite approachable, in case you haven't noticed. Men who are listening in, get in touch with Mona also. Because if you're single now, chances are you won't remain that way.
And it's always great, like when like boyfriends or husbands reach out to me, and like book the appointment for their wives or their girlfriend. It happens, and it's always nice. It's always nice. It's refreshing.
Yeah, we can only benefit from it.
Exactly. It's a domino effect. So even if it's from a selfish point of view.
Hey,
everybody
going to benefit because I'm helping you get ready and healthy while I get to reap the benefits of you being healthy. It's
Correct.
a win-win.
Correct.
Mona, I want to thank you again for taking the time out to talk PCOS with us, and the hope that yes, if this is a condition that you're facing, that there is relief. There's a holistic relief. So you don't have to get involved with all these drugs that have these myriads of side effects, and you have to go get other drugs to counteract the side effects of the drugs. So as we move towards healthier loving, we thank you, Mona, for what you do. And we look forward to this day in October, whichever day this is going to be, because this one is going to be something else. Where we'll
going live. It's gonna be great.
yes, we'll collectively do our vaginal steam.
Oh gosh, yeah, man, for sure.
I don't even know how this one is gonna work out, how it's gonna look.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna put our heads together.
I can tell y'all, people, I don't know anybody that has done this before, so chances are this will be a first. Be a part of it. That's all I can say. Be a part of it.
Thank you so much for having me on tonight, sir. Much appreciated, as always.
My pleasure. Until we link up again, take care.
Thank you, honey. You too. Have a great night.
All right. Be safe.
All right. Bye.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ramona Riley. It doesn't get much better than this. What can I say? For y'all, I got nothing but love for y'all, and how I see y'all should be, just like how I started it, is how I'm going to start musical therapy. Because this right here is all about y'all.
This one goes out to my queens, you know what I mean. Treat me like a queen, a queen. Parfait-moi comme ça, chérie. If you're gonna love me how you love me, boy, just make sure you love me right.
Her name is La Vie.
Because I am a queen, a queen. C'est pour comprendre ça, chérie. If you're gonna love me how you love me, boy, just make sure you love me right. I'm not the kind of girl you can win in one night. Fool me with your lies, oh no. I'm not that type of girl.
It is great information, isn't it, Nikki?
The one you call 3 a.m. in the morning just because you're lonely, oh no. Baby, you know I ain't in no rush. Let's take it slow. If you can't wait, then boy, you got to go. Dealing with me, there's one thing you need to know. Ain't in no rush. Let's take it slow. If you can't wait, then boy, you got to go. Dealing with me, there's one thing you need to know. You gotta treat me like a queen, a queen. Parfait-moi comme ça, chérie. If you're gonna love me how you love me, boy, just make sure you love me right. Make sure you love me right. Because I am a queen, a queen. C'est pour comprendre ça, chérie. If you're gonna love me how you love me, boy, just make sure you love me right. want your wine and your dime. Take me for a good time. Introduce me to your mama. Call me when you wanna plan forever. It's not just a physical thing. Mentally, boy, you have to stimulate. You better know, say I'm a lady. Oh, baby, boy, you know I ain't in no rush. Let's take it slow. Take it slow. If you can't wait, then boy, you got to dealing with me. There's one thing you need to know. One thing you need to know. One thing you ain't in no rush. Let's take it slow. Take it slow. If you can't wait, then boy, you got to go dealing with me. There's one thing you need to know. You gotta treat me like a queen, a queen. Pa fais-moi comme ça, chérie. If you're gonna love me how you love me, boy, just make sure you love me right. Because I am a queen, a queen. C'est pour comprendre ça, chérie. If you're gonna love me how you love me, boy, just make sure you love me right. Treat me like a queen, a queen, a queen, a queen.
So someone just sent me a message.
If you're gonna love me how you love me, boy, just make
Yoni herbs are a blend of plants used in a practice called yoni or vaginal steaming. This is where a woman sits over a pot of hot steaming water infused with these herbs. And there's a picture. So someone has actually created a product and called it Yoni Steam Herbs. But just like Mona was saying, Yoni, the word itself, what it means, you know? This is G. Cole.
Just like a maze, where all of the walls are continually change. And I've done all I can to stand on her steps with my heart in my hand. Now I'm starting to see maybe it's got nothing to do with me. Fathers, be good to your daughters. Daughters will love you like you do. Yeah, yeah. And girls become lovers who turn into mothers. So mothers, be good to your daughters too.
You see the car, you see the pretty clothes, you see fame to the pinnacle. Outside of the best me a put. They put her shoes for me one front foot.
This is the Angel.
Single mother do you day, yeah, yeah. Me feel like you're not strong.
Jack called Single Mother.
Save me. Oh, God, save me now. I'm just a little poor girl from Spanish Town. Yeah, behind the smile, you not see no frown. Me can't make me son see me cry. Single mother say you dead now. Why me alone? I figure the burden for everybody. Save me, come save me. I'm drowning. I'm drowning. Come save me. Come save me. Me stay strong for Marcodine. In the same water sister from me, but me can't give. Me have to make him learn him backseat lesson. Me have to make him stay far from pagans and prison. Him know that I'm me alone. Can't depend upon the daddy, but the mother sure. Him ask when the daddy a come home. They say me no know, son, ask him when you see him. Him busy out the road on the street. I'm just a single mother, me alone, funny team. No matter how it's rough, me not go hide it from me. Single mother, where you day? Me alone can't take it. Agony, come save me. All the single mothers in this world, we know how it feel when your eyes them about till it burn. Me say you soon get your turn. So once you hold on firm, hold on firm. The bills have your back against the wall. Yeah. Come save me. Come save me.
Big ups to all my single mothers out there.
Single mother.
Thank you for all you do.
Save me. Come save me.
This is a strong one.
You come on now, water me roses. I miss you.
Yeah, it's Etana. It's called Water My Roses.
So lonely, so lonely, so lonely. Lonely won't leave me. Oh no. Why I'm in my house just a drink and a smoke. Rain a fall on me was out. Legs me shoulder need a workout. Stop pull out and come squeeze my throat. And I stop call you and left voice note. Send me a message that you en route. Cause tonight good day I go turn out. Give me hardcore my love back out. I miss you. Come on now, water me roses. I miss you. I miss you. Now I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely. Lonely won't leave me. Oh no, it's no wonder. Absence makes hearts go fonder. The moon is shining so bright on the outside, but in my heart it's a dark, cloudy night. Oh no, boy, I miss you. Come on now, water me roses. I miss you. I miss you. Now I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely. Lonely won't leave me. Oh no. Come give it to me once, twice. Give it to me 3 times.
Just a few times, you know.
Twice, 3 times. Boy, I miss you. Come on and water me roses. I miss you. I miss you.
I'm not serious about the thing, you know?
Come on now, water me roses. I miss you. I miss you. Now I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely. Lonely won't leave me. Oh no. Boy, I miss you. Come on now, water me roses. I miss you. I miss you. Now I'm so lonely, so lonely, so lonely. Lonely won't leave me. A smoky room, a small cafe. I come to hear you.
So I couldn't close out the night and not play this tune.
Dance the night away.
Well, let me tell y'all something.
I sit out in the crowd.
Joanna Marie have an album coming out, you see.
Your mouth, but you don't know. You don't
Oh my goodness.
mind me.
Some tracks.
I sing your songs like that Spanish guitar. You would play
This is her latest single,
till the dawn.
a rendition of Spanish guitar.
You hold me in your arms like that Spanish guitar. Oh my.
This is Joanna Marie, and it's all about DJ Kevin Stew on the night shift. You feel for some stew? Check out Kevin Stew.
To my heart, every note you play. I pray you look my way and hold me to your heart someday. I long to be the one that you caress with tenderness, but you don't know, you don't even know that I exist. I wish that I was in your arms like that Spanish guitar. You would play me through the night till the dawn. I wish you hold me in your arms like that Spanish guitar.
This is where we part company for the night.
All night long.
And I encourage you to look up for members of your community. Remember,
Be your song.
your community is not just a development that you live in, but it spreads far and wide. So those that you pass on the bus, the plane, the boat, the train, or they walk, ride, or drive, these are members of your community. Do something good for one another today, because you never know what's going to do something good for you tomorrow. My name is Kevin Stew. This is how I like to do it to you, for you, and with you. Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, 10 p.m. Eastern, right here at kevinstew.com. And affiliates. Thank you to the affiliates.
But you don't know. You don't
NIE Radio, One Harmony Radio,
wish that
Foundation Radio Network, ClintonLindsay.com, Island Worldwide, Mix102.com, Earth 96 FM. Truly appreciate love y'all.
wish you hold me in your arms like that Spanish guitar. I wish you hold me in your arms like that Spanish guitar. All night long, all night long, all night long. I'll be your song, be your song.
Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you wherever you are in the world. From right here in South Florida, I bid you all a good night. Be good. If you can't be good at it. I'm out of here. Until we meet again, take care. Greetings and salutations, one and all. You're invited to tune in to the night shift with DJ Kevin Stew. It airs on Mondays with Community and Finance, Tuesdays with Healthy Love, and Wednesdays with Real Talk from 10 p.m. to midnight Eastern Time. Come spend some time interacting in the stew pot where we keep things bubbling and wind down in musical therapy. The night shift with DJ Kevin Stew is on kevinstew.com, where you're encouraged to have acceptance through enlightenment.